Dustin, welcome to SuperChat.
Good morning, Gary. It's great to be with you.
Well, I'm glad to have you back on the show once again. You know, coming up on August 7th, you will be hosting a health and safety fair. What can you report for our listeners? Tell me about the event itself and the particulars, time, place, and all the good things. So what can you share with us?
Absolutely. We are excited to partner once again with Northgate Mall to host this event on August 7th from 9 to noon. We have a good number of vendors as well as services that we can provide to our families as well as school supplies that are handed out on that morning. It's an exciting event, a lot of energy, everyone getting ready to go back to school. It's a great event. We're very fortunate to also partner with Rumpke with this. They're a big corporate sponsor for this event as well.
You know, it's just a wonderful, magical achievement when you can get business partners to step up and various volunteers and people from the community to help you pull this off. You know, an event such as this really is quite helpful. And just so our listeners understand the significance of the benefits, what would you tell your stakeholders about how families truly are positively impacted within the school district by this?
We were absolutely blown away last year. We were able to serve over 700 families that came to the event and participated at different levels. Services which included free haircuts, free dental screenings, free health screenings, as well as school supplies. And then also, of course, we have raffles, major prizes, things like that. We have a school bus that comes on site so that kids can go through some safety tips with the bus driver to learn a little bit more about that, to get ready for the first day of school. It is a great event for our community. We're very blessed to have it, and we're expecting an even bigger turnout this year.
You know, success and more success is always a good thing. Well, based on what you are describing, I just wanted to drop this question on you. Does this event have an age range, or for a target audience? Is there a window of age that you really are promoting for this?
Our target is our elementary students. However, no one will be turned away. So middle school and high school students are more than welcome. But our primary focus is around our elementary kiddos.
Okay. Like I said, this is obviously a community event, but you can't realistically put something like this together without establishing some partnerships. Tell me a little bit more about the partnering you've created for this event.
Well, first off, a big shout out to Rumpke for supporting the event as they always have, as well as Northgate Mall. They are taking time away from their daily business. They're getting ready for back to school shopping and those type of things. And they're bringing in all of these families, and they place tables throughout the mall. They really are exceptional, and they support us in so many other ways. But in addition to that, we have a good number, too many to name, churches and organizations around our community that for the last month have been collecting school supplies, and now they are delivering them over here to our administrative offices so we can get those things organized. We've had Kohl's volunteers come out and help out in getting the supplies organized along the way. It truly is a community partnership. So many groups along the way, the YMCA, churches, different corporations, the Northwest Exchange Club, Corning Chamber of Commerce, groups and groups and groups finding ways to contribute to this event. It is an awesome community day.
It's wonderful to hear how the community pulls together for this. Truly, I don't mean to overemphasize that, but things like this could not happen without this collaborative effort. You have arranged to provide the medical and grooming services to be carried out right there on site. So who are you working with to accomplish these aspects of it?
Last year and again this year, a company called Empire is coming out to support the haircuts. Cincinnati Dental Society is going to be joining us for the dental screenings, and then UC Health is helping us out with the health screenings. We're so thankful because these are folks who are sending their employees over to this event just to be a service and to support. We're very thankful for all of that.
I would assume with the attendance that is anticipated here that you take appointments for this. I mean, and I assume many of those slots, if you do, must surely be filled. But do you take appointments, and will you accept walk-up services as well?
So for the screenings, that has been in process for a bit of time now in 10-minute to 15-minute windows. those are primarily filled up at this point. However, haircuts are a first come, first served basis, and those will be going on throughout the event. So feel free to come up and get that service taken care of, even if you're not able to do the dental or health screenings.
Very good. Let's just step back for a moment. If I'm a stakeholder, a parent, a family member, and I'm walking in with my student, what am I going to see as an attendee? I mean, what am I going to experience at this health and safety fair?
So you're going to come in, you're going to come straight to center court where you're going to register as a participant. You're going to then begin to see vendor tables throughout the mall, all kinds of services that are out there for our families. In addition to that, your kiddo is going to receive a bingo card to go to particular places and get stamps along the way. That also is their raffle ticket for some of the major prizes so that we ensure that they're visiting some of the places we really want to make sure they get to. For example, make sure they get out to the bus and engage with the bus driver, things like that. In addition to that, you're going to see some spaces where the dental and health screenings are happening, a space that the mall has let us use for haircuts. You're going to see that happening. In addition to all that, we have cheerleaders and bands participating from both high schools. And so you'll see performances from them. You'll see a number of administrators walking around that you can check in with. We have our enrollment center that's going to be there. That's going to help you for any of those who are still out there waiting to update their enrollment. We'll have them on site as well. Really, it's a central location for your kiddos to be engaged with some activities, as well as you to get connected to things happening with the school district.
I love it. You know, to put together an event like this truly requires donations, for sure. You mentioned Rumpke and the dental and the organization providing haircuts, and those are very important for sure. So what types of items have you received beyond that, and are there any specific items you still need that if listeners have contact with businesses or organizations, they could maybe step forward?
Yeah, absolutely. School supplies are the biggest thing right now. Last year, not surprising when you're serving 700 plus families, we did eventually run out. We anticipate that many families again. So we are absolutely in need of school supplies. So any individuals or corporations that want to give as they're doing their shopping, they can drop them off at any of our school sites. They can also drop those off here at the administrative office anytime during the business day. They will absolutely get put to use. So every notebook, every pencil, every crayon, everything will absolutely get put to use as we hand these things out to families. So it's a great way to get involved at whatever degree that you're thinking that you can handle, whether it just be 2 or 3 notebooks, or if you can really jump it forward with a case or 2 cases of pencils. Everything will be handed out. Everything will be given to kids, and it will be used starting day 1 of school.
We're fastly closing in on August 7th, the date of the event. But what is the very last date and time that you can accept donations of these school supplies and whatnot?
So for our processes, we really need them a couple days ahead of time so we can get them bagged accordingly. However, if a family or anyone was to show up at the event with supplies in hand, they will not be turned away. We will find a way to use those as well. But for our processes, it helps us to have a couple days lead time to make sure we can get them organized in the best possible fashion. But it's important to know anything will be taken, anything will be then handed out along the way. So please don't feel like there's any limitations.
Yeah. I love this. Not to take away from the August 7th event, which is, I just really think this is a cool concept to help families within your school district. But what other important community events might you have on your calendar already? Can you give listeners a sneak preview into the summary of anything there?
Well, we all know that August 15th is approaching quick, and that is our first day for students for grades 1 to 6, as well as our 9th graders. And then August 16th is the first day of school for everyone else as we start to kick off the year. In addition to that, a huge community event is happening on August 22nd at 5 p.m. at Strickers Grove. And those from the area know about Strickers Grove. But if you don't, check out the website and see some information about that. It is our back to school event that we're kicking off 5 o'clock, August 22nd, Strickers Grove. That's going to be huge. In addition to that, all of our buildings do a great job with open houses and ways to connect with families. Make sure you check out the website to see all those dates and times as well.
Well, Dustin, never a shortage of exciting things going on in the district at Northwest Local Schools. I am really drawn to this event that you are having August 7th for families. Certainly a worthwhile endeavor, and I'm sure it takes a lot to pull this off, and a lot of people doing a lot of volunteer work to help it all come together. I do appreciate your sharing all of this information today, and I want to thank you for joining me here on Super Chat.
Thanks, Gary. Always a pleasure.